Welcome everybody to today's story. We will be talking about Eklavya the archer and his story. This is my first YouTube video, so if you like what I am doing, please like and subscribe so you'll never miss another video. This is a story of a long gone era in the country of India. Nearly 5000 years back lived a boy named Eklavya, the son of a tribal chief in the forest of the kingdom Hastinapur. Eklavya was a brave, handsome boy. He was loved by all, but he was not happy. His father saw that something troubled Eklavya. More than once he found his son lost deep in thought when other boys enjoyed the pleasures of hunting and playing. One day his father asked his son, "Why are you so unhappy, Eklavya? Why don't you join your friends? Why are you not interested in hunting?" "Father, I want to be an archer," replied Eklavya. "I want to become a disciple of the greatest Dronacharya, the great tutor of archery in Hastinapur. His Gurukul is a magical place where ordinary boys are turned into mighty warriors." Eklavya saw his father was silent. He continued, "Father, I know that we belong to the hunting tribe, but I want to be a warrior. Father, not a merry hunter. So please allow me to leave home and become the disciple of Dronacharya." Eklavya's father was troubled, for he knew that son's ambition was not an easy one, but the chief was a loving father, and he did not want to refuse his only son's wish. So the kind man gave his blessings and sent his son on his way to Drona's Gurukul. Eklavya set on his way. Soon he reached the part of the forest where Drona taught the princess of Hastinapur. In those days, there was no such system as a school, college, university, or hostel. The only place where one could go and get some education was a Gurukul. A Gurukul refers to a teacher or master. Kul refers to his domain. The students learn from the Guru and also help the Guru in day-to-day life. When the boy reached Dronacharya's Gurukul, he saw that it consisted of a group of huts surrounded by trees and an archery yard. The disciples were practicing to shoot arrows with their bows and arrows in the yard. It was an engaging sight, but Eklavya's eyes searched for Dronacharya. Where was he? Will he be able to see the man? All his purposes of coming here would be meaningless. But all his worries soon subsided. He didn't have to wait for long. There was a man standing near a tree busy instructing a boy, who was none other than the third Pandava, Prince Arjuna. As Eklavya came to know later, though Eklavya had never seen Dronacharya before, he put his guess at work. He went near Drona and bowed. The sage was surprised to see a stranger boy addressing him. "Who are you?" he asked. "Dronacharya, I am Eklavya, son of the tribal chief, in the western part of the forest of Hastinapur." Eklavya replied, "Please accept me as your disciple and teach me the wonderful art of archery." Drona sighed. "Eklavya," said he, "if you are a tribal hunter, you must be a Shudra. A Shudra is the lowest community according to the Vedic caste system. I am a Brahmin, the highest caste in the kingdom. I cannot teach a Shudra boy." "And he is also a royal teacher," interrupted Prince Arjuna. "Our Guru has been appointed by the king to train us, the prince and the highborn. How dare you come inside the Gurukul and seek him? Leave, now!" He spat out, looking enraged that Eklavya had disturbed his practice. Eklavya was stunned at Arjuna's behavior. He himself was the son of a chief of his clan, but he never insulted anyone below him in such a way. He looked at Dronacharya for some kind support, but the sage remained silent. The message was loud and clear. Dronacharya wanted him to leave. He refused to teach him. The innocent tribal boy was deeply hurt by Drona's refusal to teach him. "It is not fair," he thought miserably. "God has given knowledge to all, but man alone differentiates his kind." He left the place with a broken heart and a bitter taste in his mouth. But it could not shatter his ambition to learn archery. He was still as determined to learn archery. "I may be a Shudra, but does it make any difference?" thought he. "I am as strong, as zealous, as Drona's prince and disciples. If I practice the art every day, I can surely become an archer. Eklavya reached his own forest and took some mud from the nearby river. He made a statue of Dronacharya, selected a secluded clearing in the forest to place it. Eklavya did this because he faithfully believed that he had practiced before his guru, he would become a great archer. Thus, though his guru shunned him, he still held high esteem and thought of him as a guru. Day after day, he took his bow and arrow, worshipped the stone statue of Drona, and started practicing. In time, faith, courage, perseverance transformed Eklavya from the merry tribal hunter into Eklavya, the extraordinary archer. Eklavya became an archer of exceptional prowess, superior even to Drona's best pupil, Arjuna. One day, while Eklavya is practicing, he hears a dog barking. At first, the boy ignored the dog, but continuous disturbance in his practice angered him. He stopped his practice and went towards the place where the dog was barking. Before the dog could shut up or get out of the way, Eklavya fired 7 arrows in rapid succession to fill the dog's mouth without injuring it. As a result, it roamed the forest with its mouth opened. But Eklavya was not alone in this practice. He was unaware of the fact that some distance away the Pandava prince were also present in the area of the forest. As fate would have it, that day they had come out with their teacher Dronacharya, who was instructing them about some finer points of archery by making them learn in the real life condition of open jungle. As they were busy practicing, they suddenly chanced upon the stuffed dog and wondered who could have pulled off such a feat of archery. Drona was amazed too. Such an excellent aim can only come from a mighty archer, he exclaimed. If somebody was such a good archer, then he surely needed to be met. The practice was stopped, and together they began searching the forest for the one behind such amazing feat. They found a dark, skinny man dressed all in black. His body besmeared with filth and his hair is matted locks. It was Eklavya. Dronacharya went up to him. Your aim is truly remarkable. Drona praised Eklavya and asked from whom did you learn archery? Eklavya was thrilled to hear Dronacharya's praises. How surprised he was if he told Dronacharya in fact that he was his guru. From you, my master, you are my guru. Eklavya replied humbly. Your guru? How can I be your guru? I have never seen you before. Dronacharya exclaimed in surprise, but all of a sudden he remembered something. He remembered about an eager boy who had visited his Gurukul several months ago. Now I remember, said he. Are you not the same hunter boy whom I refused admission in my Gurukul some months back? Yes, Guru, replied the boy. After I left your Gurukul, I came home and made a statue like you and worshipped it every day. I practiced before your image. You refused to teach me, but your statue did not. Thanks to it, I have become a good archer. Hearing this, Arjuna became angry. But you promised me that you'd make me the best archer in the world, he accused Drona. Now, how can that be? Now a common hunter has become better than me. Unable to answer Arjuna's question, Drona remained silent. The sage too was upset that his promise to Arjuna was not to be fulfilled. Where is your Guru Dakshina? You have to give me a gift of your training, the sage demanded. He finally found a way to make Eklavya suffer for his disobedience. Dronacharya, I'll be the happiest person on the earth to serve you. Ask me anything and I will offer it to you. As my Guru Dakshina, he said. I might ask you something if you don't like it to give me. What if you refuse the Dakshina I want? Drona asked cunningly. Eklavya was shocked. It was considered a grave insult and a great sin if a Guru Dakshina was refused. No, how can I, teacher? I am not that ungrateful. I'll never refuse anything of you, Dronacharya promised the unsuspecting boy. Drona did not want any more. Eklavya, I seek to have your right hand thumb as my Guru Dakshina, he declared. Silence befell on everyone. Everyone was shocked, even Arjuna. He looked at his teacher in horror and disbelief. How can their teacher make such a cruel demand, that too from a merry boy? From a moment, Eklavya stood silent. Without his thumb, he could never shoot arrows again. But the teacher must be satisfied. Okay, Guru, as you wish, said he. Then, without the slightest hesitation, Eklavya drew out his knife and cut his thumb. The prince gasped as Eklavya act of bravery, but the tribal boy betrayed no signs of pain and held out his severed thumb to Dronacharya. Here is my Guru Dakshina, Guracharya. Eklavya said, I am happy that you have made me a disciple, even if I am a merry Shudra hunter. The sage was humbled. He blessed the young archer for his courage. Eklavya, even without your thumb, you will be known as a great archer. I bless you that you will be remembered forever for your loyalty to your Guru. Drona declared and left the forest. He was moved and grieved at his own actions, but he was content that his promise to Arjuna was not broken. The gods blessed Eklavya from birth, but despite his handicap, Eklavya continued to practice archery. How could he do so? When one is dedicated, one can make even mountains bow. With practice, Eklavya could shoot arrows with his index and middle finger. He became a greater archer than he was before. His renown spread far and wide. And true to Drona's blessing, Eklavya is still praised as the most loyal and brave students in the epic Mahabharata. That is it for the video. Thank you for watching. If you like what I am doing, please like and subscribe. And we'll meet in the